So if you see my previous video, I showed you guys what I think this new Ram concept truck at SEMA is going to look like, and some clues that I picked up on just looking at the image. I saw the lowered suspension and stuff. I saw the cowboy hat in the mirror, so I figured this is like this dude sport appearance package and stuff. But what if I told you I missed one big, huge clue that breaks wide open exactly what I think the truck's gonna look like at SEMA stuff? And if you've seen the thumbnail, you know exactly where I'm going with this particular concept truck. So we're gonna talk about that and what inspiration was and the clue that I missed. And we're gonna talk about that right now. Okay, I'm over 52,000 friends, and the 56% of you guys who watch these videos over and over and over again and have hit the subscribe button, help a butter out. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment on the videos and stuff. Help join the channel and help me be, just help my emotions out, because I feel as though I'm the most inferior member of the big three. And when I talk about the big three, I'm talking about me, TK's Garage, and OC Motivator. So help a butter out, join the channel and stuff, and let's get right into this actual green sport street truck, whatever Ram I'm gonna call this truck. Let's get right into this, because this truck is kind of confusing me, because I don't understand the point of having this truck right here come out literally a month after the Ram 1500 lowered truck that they have a partnership with Fox Shocks. I don't understand why they're gonna have basically two lowered street trucks come out within a month of each other, one expensive as crap, and this truck right here is going to be a cheaper option, and I think it's aimed directly at Ford and the Lobo package that they put on the F-150. So I get to that point in a second about the Lobo, but let me go ahead and break down this green street truck again. Like I've already broken down in this video right here, you can check out a couple days ago and stuff, where I told you that I believe this vehicle is going to be like a lowered Ram 1500 in Sublime Green with a dude sport appearance package, and that sport package for the Lobo, not the Lobo, but the actual dude truck, was something they did back in 1970s. They did in like limited numbers. I think that they said somewhere under 2,000 units total was made back in the 70s for this particular sport appearance package. So I think Ram's gonna do yet a second street truck within basically a month of one another, right? October 6th or 7th, they actually did the actual Ram 1500 lower in collaboration with Fox Shocks, where that truck right there had like a 5.7 Hemi, e-torque, supercharger kit on it. And that's something that you basically got to go talk to your dealer got to ask permission from Fox Shocks that they can order it, whatever. And it's basically gonna be $100,000 lower truck. That kind of really pissed me off, because I'm with the mindset Ram need to stop making $100,000 trucks and start making more $50,000 trucks. And so hopefully this new green pickup truck right here, I believe this is gonna be aimed at the Lobo, and the Lobo is around $60,000. So that's right there around the mark that I hope this truck's gonna be at. But the big clue that I missed, actually two big clues. The first one I'll talk about is in the bottom left corner of this image right here. So you'll notice in this image that if you zoom in real close, that there is no steel bumper. There's no paint matte steel bumper. There's no different color steel bumper. Where is the bumper at in this particular image and stuff? I'm going like, something is odd to me, but I didn't really pick up on it. So you see this little pod right there, I'm going like, okay, I guess they just going to do something simple and be done with it, because it's the concept truck or whatever, right? But then I was doing research for the Grand Wagoneer to go and check out that the Grand Wagoneer 4xe version is basically going to have the same drivetrain as the Ramcharger. And I started looking at Ramcharger information and stuff all over again. I go like, this Ramcharger literally has the same style front end, especially from the side profile, as this green Sublime Green Ram 1500 sketch. And then I put them side by side, and you notice that funny little spot right there in front of the headlights on that green concept truck. That's basically like the same little lights that protrude into the actual grill of the Ramcharger. So I think this is the direction that Ram is going with this sport appearance package for this particular concept truck, right? They're gonna take the Ramcharger's front end, the hybrid truck that's basically been delayed for, I think for the last several months, the Ramcharger's been delayed. So like they're gonna take the Ramcharger's front end, the light bar and stuff, and basically pair it with the sport appearance package and stuff. And I think this is gonna be a concept truck of what they're thinking about going against the Lobo with. If you look at the Lobo, basically it's a lowered F-150. I think it's on a Lobo, maybe like an inch or two, whatever, not dramatic and stuff. And I can't remember if it had 22 or 24, so I put an article up right here and stuff. And it has a light bars in the grills and stuff. And the Ram Charger has light bars in the grills. So I think this is basically just Ram's answer to the Lobo. And they put this together basically at the last minute, which is parts they got sitting around from the Ramcharger. And I think it's gonna look pretty good, honestly. I thought the Ramcharger front end was a pretty decent looking truck. I mean, I actually am interested in the Ramcharger. I think that's probably like one of the best all-around ways they implemented this EV drivetrain into a vehicle, is having the EV motors and a gasoline engine to power the EV motors and stuff. But it seems with this particular concept truck, we're probably gonna get a 5.7 Hemi in there. I don't think we're gonna have really any power adders to it, right? I think it's gonna just be a sport appearance package, probably built off of maybe like a bighorn again, or maybe a express Ram 1500 and stuff, something like a low budget, low trim truck, and basically built this particular concept truck off of. And maybe it's not offered this year because of that Ram 1500 lower truck is still waiting in the wings for people to order and stuff. Maybe it's something we get like next year or whatever. I mean, I would love to see Ram do at this actual SEMA and stuff. They put a 392 in there and they announced the 392 is coming next year. And they be like, hey, look, this is a concept truck for right now. We're trying to gauge interest of it. We're gonna put a 392 in there to have it near 500 horsepower and stuff. And we're trying to gauge public interest, and we're thinking about releasing this next year. Bam, I think that'd be a great way for them to basically not really step on the toes of that Ram 1500 Lord that they did with Fox Shocks, and still give people a street truck that people still want. Because I've already heard from people within Ram and people within the UAW and stuff that a 392 is coming to a Ram 1500 truck, and it's going to be available sometime later next year. And maybe this right here is one of the first things that's going to be announced that the 392 is going in. So I got my fingers crossed that this right here is going to be a 392 Lord street truck, maybe built off of an Express or maybe a Bighorn. And this is something that Ram's going to offer that you can order from dealers, and hopefully it's not in limited numbers. But this will be something awesome. And I would love to see that if this is the actual case, that if you can order one of these street trucks and sport appearance packages and stuff, you got your own suite of colors to pick from, right? It'd be real cool if they had to wear like whatever the paint colors are for the Dodge Charger for that year. You can order your truck in those particular colors, which I don't really think would be too much of a problem, whatever, because it's not like the plant where they build a Charger from and the plant they build the Ram 1500 at is way too far one another, right? Windsor is right across the border right there in Detroit, so it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to go get the colors between those two trucks or the two plants in order to paint your truck the same color as your Charger and kind of match them up. Which is something that I talked to basically the Dodge CEO Matt McAleer, and something I talked to Ram CEO Tim Kniskis, that I would love to see a future to where you can get paint matched trucks and cars together so you can match your fleet. Because like one thing I was saying that like I would like to see when SRT comes back is the option to be able to paint match your vehicles to other ones that you already own, right? So if I got a Sublime Demon 170, I would love to have like a Sublime Durango or a Sublime TRX to kind of match the lineup and stuff. So I was like, so you seen that, you heard that. I put it right there directly in the ear of Dodge CEO Matt McAleer. And I talked to Tim Kniskis off camera and stuff, but this is something that I would love to see. And hopefully that purple Charger that they did a concept of picture of, this green, Sublime Green Ram 1500, is them basically going to do this kind of like program and stuff where you can paint match your vehicles to one another, or you do more special colors, or maybe they're going to introduce special colors, like do impact colors. Like every year, introduce like 1 or 2 impact colors for people to get excited and order their vehicles in that particular color. But there's a lot of different directions that Ram can go with this. I guess Dodge can go with this with their purple Charger, whatever, and Ram can go with this. So I don't know whether or not it's going to be like the start of a limited run of high impact color trucks. Maybe this is something that's going to be a Lord street truck that we're going to see be an add-on maybe next year or something like that. A 392, who knows? I would love to see a Hellcat in it, but I would love to see it at the right price. And I truly do believe this right here is aimed at the Lobo. And hopefully if that is the case, we will see it around that $50,000 to $60,000 mark, and it don't be too expensive, because I don't want to see more Ram 1500s at the 100K mark. I want to see more affordable in that 40 to 60K range. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we will see more engine options and stuff. And I would love to see a street truck with a 392 in there, lower wild color like this, and the sport pairing package. I think Ram basically has the world at the fingertips. And my dear friend Tim Knisses, I hope that this is something that's gonna be available to be ordered in special colors and stuff, and it won't break the bank. But that's all I gotta say about this particular truck right here. And let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Do you guys think this right here is gonna be like Ram's answer to the Lobo that Ford made? Do you guys think we're gonna see special colors and some Ram trucks this year, or they're just doing this as a concept to kind of gain everybody's attention with this particular color? This is something that they did the last few years, where they basically had painted the Chargers in these wild colors. They did last year the Ram Rev and like this vibrant GTS blue color. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below, and fingers crossed we get a 392 actually. But if you want to check out the previous video where I covered this particular truck, you can check it out right here. And until the next time, I'm out.